with Washington, D.C., we're starting out basically late 1700s. Our government had been meeting about 9 different capitals, including New York, of course, a couple of Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We've been around a lot. Also, so what they wanted to do is put into the Constitution in Article 1 that we need a federal capital no more than 100 square miles. So they're thinking big expansion here. Most cities were about 4 to 5 square miles at this time, so think a 10 miles square, you know, like a diamond pattern on there. So they put that in there. The one thing they did not put in there is where to put the capital. So that's the next challenge, you might say. Now this area started looking pretty good because George Washington, he lived about 17 miles down the road.
Did he cross the river around here?
That's up near Bucks County in Pennsylvania. But
Get in the boat!
Sorry.
You almost got me there.
Delaware.
Crossing that one up there in the woods, but no worries. So he was down 17 miles south here. This was really far around here, not much going on. They,
Maryland and Virginia existed?
yes, they did. We had Georgetown, Maryland, and Alexandria, Virginia. We're going to annex some land from there.
Yeah, I'm sure they were good.
And also we have the Potomac River. That's good for shipping and expansion. And also it was kind of between the north and the south. That was another big part of it. With Hamilton, we got to throw him in here. He wanted all the deputies at this point to go to the federal government instead of the states. The north paid more than the south for the most part. So all the folks from New York didn't want to pay for all of it because it's back and forth. So they all compromised that whole thing out there. The annexed land, like I was saying, from there. That's why it was Georgetown, Maryland at the time. And we passed the Residence Act of 1790. With that, we put the capital in Philadelphia for the next 10 years on there. So, next part, how to find alcohol city. That's the next part on here. So, they enlist the talents of Pierre Lafont. Yep, Lafont Plaza on there. He was from Paris, a Frenchman, an artist. He came over and fought in the Revolutionary War and just set up his own practice afterwards in New York, actually. We'll keep throwing New York in here as much as I can.
New York!
There you go, New York. And then...
That's your playing at National Stadium.
Yep. That's awesome.
Oh, look, the Air and Space
So we
Museum.
wanted to plan out a large European capital, one with broad avenues, places to go. The mall, we're coming up to it here, that might have been his idea from like Versailles. He was planning stuff that we hadn't even dreamed of, just what he wanted to look here, like there, things like that. So that's what he did. Now this big green grassy out here in areas, we're going over here to the left, that is the National Mall. So.
I thought it was a mall.
Exactly. It's not a mall, you guys.
It's like false advertising.
It is. It comes from an older term meaning a place to gather. So that's what it is.
Can we go shopping?
Picnicking, running down here. You can have college graduations, demonstrations, all that good stuff.
The last time we were here,
Yeah?
there was a military dance playing.
There you go. They do play one at the World War II Memorial at 6:30. Now we're past 6:30. I was always mentioned that because that's one of the hugest ones out here. Absolutely. So
Okay, you gotta be quiet.
it's all right.
Back
Smith.
to you.
Okay. I'll be quiet.
No, we wait for you to talk.
The Smithsonian Institutions. Just to let you know, we have 19 of them. Okay. The only one that's closed is Air and Space.
But there's one in Virginia.
Right. It's the Udar Hazy Center. So that's pretty sweet. That's out there. They just announced though today that they're opening this in October.
I saw that October 14th.
Exactly, just a little part on there. So that's pretty cool that they're doing that one. And then they'll, that's when they're going to open that one up. So Smithsonian's, there's, like I said, 19 of them. Do you know, we're throwing New York. There's 2 in New York. Did you know that?
No.
There's one for Indians and one's more art museum, like Native American and Indian one. I don't know where they're at though, but they're in the city somewhere.
You can Google it.
There you go. Somebody Google that for me. 2 in New York. The rest of them are here, including the zoo, scattered around the mall here, and then around DC. So on there, level Adobe style. So what this museum here, they're basically introducing you to Indian beliefs on there, you know, the belief system on there. This one's not Native American, though, although it includes everything from the Western Hemisphere. So everything from South America all the way to Canada on there. We're getting to New York Indians, of course.
Yes.
I keep doing it.
Long Island is all,
I know.
it's all
Indian.
American.
Yes, exactly.
Like
So,
Manto.
Massapequa,
Manto.
Hoppa.
The Rakalaki.
yeah.
Some of this highway was named because as they walked down,
Yeah.
they could see
Yep.
the sunrise.
Yeah, but don't forget
In
the
the
Manto.
opposite direction, they could see the sunset.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Manto.
Manto.
Well, this one here too. This one, like what you're saying about sunset, the entrance is actually on this side, which is the east side. So there you go. Exactly what you're saying on there. So back to Pierre Lafont one more time. One of the first things he wanted to do was find a place for the Capitol. We needed that right away. So we have basically two hills here in town. One, they put the president's house, or now it's called the White House. And then the other one, they found this big hill over here. It was called Jenkins Hill originally. And they put the
Wow.
right over
Mike, it's
Adam,
the
have you
pictures.
seen this?
Yes, I am.
here. So what we're going to do, we're going to step out here. We'll be able to talk about the Capitol a little bit and get some pictures if you like. We'll see how that goes. We're just going to step out here in the grass over here a little bit. We won't go too far away. If you'd like to get out. If not, you can stay right here. Yeah, we're just going to be right here. You can stay right here. You know what you can do? You can hear me from here, or you can put on the headphones. Either way, we're not going far here.
Okay.
If you'd like to stay in, that's not a problem. So we'll hang out here a little bit. We can do family pictures any way you like. Get down there, Cindy. All right, so let's talk about the Capitol real quick here. Our U.S. Capitol here. Basically, it starts out that we had George Washington lay the cornerstone in 1793 on there. Yeah. He had a Masonic ceremony, big barbecue. It was a good time, right? So they're okay.
That's another thing.
Yeah, that's
that was
amazing
the-
things.
That was the start of the
We can do plenty of those down here. So that was the plan out here, was to start off with that. We've got President Adams. He brought the government here in spring of 1800, opening in 1800.
That's a long time.
Exactly. It took them a while to get from Philadelphia. Just
Yeah.
kidding. They're Philadelphians. What can you say?
They were.
There you go. So what we started out with, you guys, if you look at the Capitol here, take away the dome part, just look at the center section where they're redoing, do a little refurbishment there. That was how big our Capitol was. Super tiny on there. We only had 128 federal employees. Think about that one. And also in that little tiny section on there, we had the Library of Congress. We had the Supreme Court. We had all that just in that little. But since that time, it's been burned down. The War of 1812 in the middle section. It's been added to, taken away, added to, it keeps going up. Now, what I find interesting, this side of the Capitol, what I found out when I first came here that I thought was most unique is this the back side of the Capitol. The front side's on the other side. So our Capitol faces east. So
Oh,
the
so
other side's the east side, and that's the front side.
and they wanted to.
Mike, get some
Sun's
still
always
shots.
rising.
I did, Johanna.
Say that again?
No, I'm talking to my fiance.
Okay, no worries. So I'm always listening. I got my ears open. So
You know what? That's
sediment, something like that.
always
Facing east.
the sun is always rising.
Now talk about technology on here. My iPad died, so I'm going to just pass this picture around here real quick. On the top of the Capitol, as you're seeing up there, we have the Freedom Statue. That's what she looks like on top. She is facing east. That statue on top looks like this. She's about as long as her cart, 19 feet on there. So going down, that dome is not original. We actually had a dome there, and it was great until it fell in when it burned down. So they added another dome on top of that one, and that one's fireproof. It's a steel one. The rotundity is there. So.
No, that's good.
Then on depending on how you guys are thinking, over on the left side over here, the north side. That's the Senate. And this side over here is the House. So Senate and House. We got those on there. Then coming down here a little bit. Yeah, right here is where the yeah. Then there is section with the flags on. Alright. Then president is, when the inauguration's happening, it's on this side here too. So everything since Reagan's been down this way. Then this is also, one more time. Yes, of course. You gotta love the most recent one on there. Then there's, and then this is the side of the January incidents as well. So that's on the side. That's the White House this direction. So Pennsylvania Avenue is this direction right along here. Yeah. I'm not sure. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, you guys, one of the largest. Another New York park. Another one. This whole area out here, this whole grassy area, right? Same landscape architect as Central Park. His name is Frederick Law Olmsted. So
DC, New York,
yeah, exactly. It was in vogue. So we've got the Central Park area going on there. They redesigned this one in the 1900s.